In this video, I'll always give you two different classical music pieces, one from artificial intelligence, one from a real composer. Your job, figure out which one is human, which one is AI. For every composer you recognize, you get 1 point. Out of the 10 points, if you get less than 5, the artificial intelligence wins and the classical music industry is dead. I think this one was quite hard to tell. There were a few signs that indicated that the first one was AI, and it was indeed. The second one was from Rameau, Les Tendres Plaintes. One of the main points that artificial intelligence is not able yet to recreate is a live sound of an orchestra. So I think you could definitely hear that the first one was actually Mozart. Although I do not like the piece, the Paris Symphony, second movement, I think it's quite horrible and super annoying. I still think you could hear that it was a real orchestra and a real human composing it, rather than the second one being AI, although not totally bad. Like, I think it was pretty close to what a real classical composer at certain points in their symphonies would have written. There were a few hints. You could hear the clarinet breathing, you could hear that it did sound more like actual wood, and the balance in the orchestra was better in my opinion. So the second one was Tchaikovsky, Symphony No. 5, the beginning, and the first one was AI. So, did you get it? I think it was pretty hard to say, although the first one did seem more realistic, more real, more specific. I think the second one was a bit more vague. You didn't know exactly where the melody was going, what it wanted to say. And indeed, the first one was Brahms' Requiem, and the second one was AI. Although these two were so close, I think the only hint you would have had is that in the first recording, you could not very much differentiate which instrument was playing. Like, it sounded a bit like a cello and a horn combined with each other. I think that's the only thing that gave me the hint, okay, the first one is AI, which it was. The second one was from the movie The Tale of Despereaux. The music was from William Ross. The only hint I can give you is that the second one did not sound as perfect. So the first one, like, the intonation was ludicrous. It was just 100%. There was no hair scratching on the strings of the violin, which probably was purposeful in the second one of Maxim Vengerov's Isaïe. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Isaïe Sonata number 3. So the first one was AI, the second one Maxim Vengerov. Super difficult to detect in my opinion. Still, you could recognize that the second piece was more melodic and it did sound more real, like a real violin. With Impressionism, it gets more and more difficult because the music is mashed up anyway. So what do you think? In my opinion, the second one did also sound very much like Ravel, but the first one was a bit more clear, a bit more like a real piano, and it had a little bit more structure. So yes, it was pretty difficult to detect. The first one was Une barque sur l'océan from Ravel. I have to say, these two were so similar. If I would have listened to these two pieces 1 year ago or listened to them somewhere in a film, I would not have thought about this being AI. I would even argue that the first one, which was AI, is so good. Maybe someone has uploaded a real classical music piece or a film score to Udio where I got the music from. So I'm not sure even if it's AI because it's so good. I cannot actually tell.
But for the serenade sedostu, Holy stonato,
These two, they just sounded so similar in my opinion. The second one was AI. Also here, I'm not sure if this was AI or if someone actually uploaded an opera with Pavarotti himself, because it did sound like Pavarotti. The first piece was La Bohème from Puccini. I think it was actually Pavarotti who sang that part. So super similar. I don't know if I would have guessed right. It was just insanely good what AI did with the voice.
Pretty sure we almost broke up last night. I threw my phone across the room at you. I was expecting some dramatic turn away, but you stayed. Carolina, 5'5", bright blue hair and big brown eyes, sleep beneath the neon signs of some old 2 Street town tonight. We don't need to talk things through, or you can cry the whole way too. Whatever feels alright to you, 'cause you got baggage, I got room, baby.
So which one do you think is the real one? I prefer the second piece. Sadly enough, the second piece was artificial intelligence. The first one was Taylor Swift. What can we say? Some pieces were impossible to detect as artificial intelligence. Clearly, AI is very good at replicating music that has already been written before by real composers. Maybe in 10 years it will be so good that we won't be able to hear the difference between an actual music piece from Bach and an AI copy. Will it be able to write new original music? Nobody knows. If you enjoyed this video, you will enjoy this one as well, so click right here. Thanks for watching and we see each other in the next one.